This is the world we live in.
I didn't hit it. I acted like I did.
Blow out. Deep breath. Deep breath.
I already am. See? Nothing.
Can I have your vape?
You can have it. Take it.
Oh, it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit, bro. He's tweaking, bro. He's slugging it right now. His hands are going to be clammy. I hate this. Oh, you son of a... Are you recording this, Josh? Yep. Damn it. Why?
Want this back? What is this? Oh, mint. It's a mint breeze.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Oh.
I bet it still works.
You want to try to hit it?
Yeah, I do. Let me just try once.
He's going to drown.
Here.
It's going to work.
Drink that water, too.
Never mind. I don't want to hit it. Josh, help.
I don't want it.
Josh, help.
No. Never mind.
I just gave you about
30 seconds.
probably about 30 more minutes of life. You should sincerely be thanking me for that. Hey guys, welcome back to Full Belly Podcast. We are so excited to be back in the studio. We've been off for a little while. You wouldn't know that. We certainly know it. We feel it. A lot of things have changed. If you haven't noticed, we have a new backdrop. That's really cool. You guys haven't seen this yet. We haven't done any podcasts, but that's me. My name's Matt. I am your host, and that's Juan. That's a picture of Juan. He's your co-host.
Hello.
And that's him, and he's actually sitting right there, and it works out perfectly. Hey, Juan.
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
I'm so good, dude. You know I love this. I love doing this with you.
You look happy right now.
I am so happy, man.
You look as if you just quit something.
Yeah, I quit thinking in the future for this moment.
Oh, okay. That's not the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
It almost felt like you gave up a vice.
Yeah.
You know, like an addiction that was holding you back from fulfilling your life to the absolute utmost fullest capacity of who really Juan can be and what the world deserves from Juan. And it looks like you're there now. It's just a different Juan, man. What was it? What did it? Anything?
You would like for me to say that it was the vape that is now sitting in this cup right here that I gave to you to put
No. I didn't want that. But if that's what it is, if the shoe fits,
then I'm gonna carry it.
You're gonna carry the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad.
It is good.
You know why? Because Juliana wants to have her Uncle Juan in her life. Juliana is my baby. She's right here in this on the screen right above my hand here. She was just born like 34 days ago or something like that. And I will do anything for her, and I'm so happy that she's alive, and I'm so proud to be a dad.
She's the best.
She is the best. She deserves you. Right. She deserves Juan in her life.
I know.
And that's what she's going to get.
I don't like saying things I don't mean. And I said something, and I was just trying to get there, and I'm trying to get there. And for all the listeners, I'm trying to get there to stop vaping. So if you see a vape, put it not in my hand, take it and put it in a used coffee or something.
A receptacle.
A
damaging receptacle.
Throw it.
Don't put it in a garbage can because he'll take it out.
I for sure
Don't throw it out the window because he'll stop the car and he'll come back and get it.
I will.
Throw it in liquid.
I'm happy.
You seem great.
Yeah.
You seem great. This episode, actually, we're grateful to be back and be back into our sponsorships and everything. This episode is sponsored by so I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Ozempic, right? Ozempic is a weight loss medication. Semaglutide, I believe, is the technical name, the pharmaceutical name, but Ozempic is the brand name. Yeah. There is now, yesterday, Kroger's actually released a Kroger brand. It's called Ozempic.
Yeah.
And so they're sponsoring it to try to get some validity and because they know how famous we are.
It's Ozempic, not Ozempic.
I'm sorry, Ozempic.
And they're collaborating with Jordan, so it's the Jordan logo.
Perfect. Perfect. It makes sense. Can't wait to see the commercial for Ozempic. Ozempic later. That's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. But, it was probably the best decision for them to do that because they know that we got a lot going on here.
For sure. It's a smart decision because they know that it's going to draw people. First of all, I didn't take it. You know that because I'm sitting here thicker than a milkshake. But, I do know that there's many people who have taken it and they are doing very well on their weight loss journey.
Yeah. Helps. It's actually liquid cocaine.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know that.
I do. And that's why I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm doing it to lie about losing weight and do cocaine, actually. So
that's what we call a freebie in this industry.
yes, I'm losing weight.
And you get to keep your sobriety date.
Yes.
And you get to stay up for 7 days straight.
Yep.
And that's great.
For anybody out there, that's how you do it. He's lying.
We got a really good guest that I'm excited to talk about. I think this is actually going to be the first time we've talked about some of these topics that uncomfortable topics, but very, very serious topics that have to be talked about and truly like it's happening in more people's lives than we even know about. So I'm very, very excited. Courtney is here with us today. Courtney Trenchik. And when I say that we're famous and like Ozempic is trying to ride on our coattails.
Yeah.
They really need to get on Courtney's Courtney's coattails. Her coattails.
Yeah. Ooh.
You see what I did there?
Ooh, get off my coattails.
What? Get on the coattails, Ozempic. Jump on the coattails.
Ooh.
Because she has like hundreds of thousands of followers collectively, maybe even close to 1 million now on all social platforms. And we'll definitely like throw the link in all of the descriptions on every platform that we're on. But I do want to welcome her special guest who's made a significant impact in the world of mental health and addiction recovery. You may come across her inspiring content on TikTok, where she shares valuable insights and tips on recovery, self-care, and personal growth. Her TikTok page at Narc Recovery Team has gained a massive following and has become a source of hope and encouragement for many. If you're on Facebook, you may also know her as she regularly posts updates and articles related to mental health and addiction recovery on her profile. Her dedication and passion for helping others has earned her a reputation as a trusted voice in the field. Please join us in welcoming Courtney Trenchik on Full Belly Podcast. Come on in, sister.
Come on.
Come on in. Come on into the coattails.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I said it right. Narc Recovery Team, or is it NARS Recovery Team?
Narc.
Is it NARC?
It's an abbreviation for narcissistic abuse.
Okay, perfect. I'm just glad that I said it right.
No, you did.
I'm glad that I said it right. And for those that don't know, Courtney literally came here like seconds before we did this episode. It was actually a day. We asked her yesterday. But she, just willingly came on. It wasn't even
universal timing, man.
It's all, what is time?
Gotta go with the flow. It's an illusion, you know?
It really is. We're glad that you're here. We're very, very glad that you're here. So, guys, I just want to talk about some stuff that's happening in our world. What do you think about that? Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Great.
You good with that?
There you go. Slide on in there. Get on over there a little bit. There we go.
All right, there we go.
Are you familiar with the discussions about, obviously artificial intelligence has been like a huge hot topic.
Big.
But also like robots and automation and all these things. And not just like computers and freaking cell phones, but like labor force. Robots are going to replace human beings.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They said that 65% of Walmart stores are going to be fully automated by 2026. That's 3 years from now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
65%. Think about, that's just one company, Walmart. Think about how many employees they have.
Yeah.
65% of them are likely going to go away. Is that scary to think about?
That is
Where
terrifying.
do you go from there? You know?
Where do you go from there? I think that's
Where
like
do you go from there?
a perfect question to ask. Where do we go from there?
I think that there's going to be some regulations that'll present themselves. Human rights activists will start presenting themselves and try to find ways to, something will have to change. What's 65% of their workforce? How many people does that equal? You know what I mean? And what's that look like if you take it from there to Amazon to all the other big, companies and corporations? So
the world's going to change.
Yeah. There's people out there.
The world will absolutely change. Just think about that. 65% of companies, even call it 20% of companies, call it 10% of companies of human labor.
Yeah.
If they don't have jobs now,
right.
Think about the chaos and like the anarchy that comes with that of people not having income.
Right.
How do we? It's like I don't know, population decline, but worse. Like now there's humans, but they don't have resources.
And what's wild to think though is that like the cost of then for them to employ people is going to come down significantly, is the cost for the items that they're selling going to come down with that? You know,
Of course
are
not.
there,
No.
you
Of
know,
course not. Why would
right.
it? That's
So-
never
Definitely
happened.
not.
right. You know, so like considering those things, like, I mean, you know, in a different life, I'm pretty sure I was Braveheart, William Wallace.
Mhm.
You know, I would have been like screaming revolution around some
Right,
shit
right.
like this. You
Gotta
know,
fight the good fight, man.
yeah, for real.
But Braveheart would have kept his job though, no matter what. There's not a robot out there that would have replaced William Wallace.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, in a different life, I would have been William Wallace, and I am. I can feel him inside of me.
So
Mhm.
what do we do as a society? You know,
Mhm.
what do you do then? Invest in personal growth. That's the only thing you can do. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because the labor jobs are out. Okay, so who am I as an individual? What can I contribute
Bring to the table.
society?
100%.
You know, how
And
can we
people-
make the world better?
People really need to start thinking about that now
Mhm.
because I think there's more of a divide right now than there ever has been in our world.
Oh, for
And
sure.
so if you can't figure out like what you can bring to the table and bring together in different areas or companies or communities or whatever, instead of just dividing it apart and thinking about
Mhm.
me,
Yeah.
or thinking about what you need to do for yourself for the future.
Right.
You know, like I think about it here, it's like people that work hard and are always willing to just do, grind, thinking about solutions, staying in the
Mhm.
solution, not being part of the problem, never taking days. Like those are going to be the people that stay
Mm-hmm.
in companies. I
Mhm.
really do believe that those are going to be the people that have something to contribute that is
Mhm.
of value to
Right.
the owner of a company or
But then
anything
you
like
think about it too. Do these individuals as human even like that job? You know what I'm
True.
saying? Would they rather venture off and find some other avenue
Yeah.
more in collaboration with who they are truly?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, the opportunities are definitely endless for sure.
It's just scary to think about.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
terrifying.
Scary to think about.
Actually, it ain't scary.
Huh?
It ain't scary.
It's not scary for me.
Fear's
Yeah,
an
me neither.
illusion.
Actually, it is scary for me. I think it affects everybody. It
Yeah.
affects everybody. I mean, crime rates are going to go up because
Right.
people aren't going to have money. So now everybody becomes victimized more. You know, like
Mhm.
truly, I shopping, spending goes down, so prices go up.
Right.
So now everything that even if we keep jobs, our everything's going to become more expensive for us.
Right.
I mean, it's just. I mean, we could go on and on and on of the ripple effect of what happens when humans don't have income.
I guess I say that
Taxes are going to
say
go up because we're
everything
going to
will-
have to
everything will change.
fund, individuals that don't
Right.
that don't. So it's like everything changes.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
scary.
ready for whatever life brings.
Just
That's
go
what
with
I
the
know.
flow.
I'm ready
Just
for
go with
whatever life comes. You know,
Just go with vasectomies.
just go with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about that right
It's
now. too,
crazy.
about women's reproductive rights and how a lot of those are being either restricted or confined or I guess just like handcuffed on what women have the right to do or not do or take
crazy.
or have procedures done or whatever it is. And so there's and rightfully so, a lot of frustration around that. I can definitely empathize with that. If somebody told me I could or could not have an abortion or I could or could not have certain medication for birth control type of situations, I would like how can somebody tell me what I can or can't
Right.
do with my body?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
But then again, the ripple effect of what that does, and I don't know if you've seen it, but they've been sending out that picture of scissors
Mm.
saying that vasectomies prevent abortions. And that's like, I want to talk about that a little bit too. What are you
Mhm.
guys' thoughts with that?
Do you think it should be a mandatory thing?
What, vasectomies?
Yeah. I mean, if they're trying to make it a mandatory thing where women are not allowed to have abortions, this includes children. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Should it be a mandatory thing for men to have vasectomies, such as it's illegal for a woman to choose what she does with her body?
Right.
I will for sure William Wallace. If that's the case, you no way. My thoughts around it. I mean, same thing. A choice, right? Like if a man chooses and he feels like that is what he thinks is going to contribute to whatever he feels is right, then go for it, dude. If you feel that that's the way you're going to go about it, then sure, whatever.
Do you feel that the I guess the response though is I feel like it's misdirected, right? Like
Mhm.
government says that women can't do this, so women say men have to do this.
Mhm.
Rather than saying absolutely not government, we need to
Right,
Right.
I
like
get it.
what,
Yeah.
what did the guys do? I mean,
Right.
yes, I'm sure that there's a lot of men that do wrong things, right? Like there's a lot of guys that impregnate a woman and then they're just not there. So I
Mhm.
mean I completely understand that, right?
Mhm.
But like, does this apply to who does this apply to? Where's this message, this implicit message of showing a pair of scissors and saying, I mean, is that just putting all the responsibility on men, or like?
I feel like it's proving a point. Like the government is literally, we don't have a choice at this point.
Mhm.
So it's like kind of a fuck you.
Yeah.
You do this if
Right.
we legally have to do that. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Or we
Yeah.
legally can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you stated, it would be better for everyone to just go towards the government. Like, who the fuck are you about to tell me
Right,
what I can
It's
and
wild.
can't do? But it's venturing off to the
In an ideal world, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Would you get a
Right.
vasectomy?
After thinking about it, I it depends on the situation. I don't know. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. If it served my life and the circumstances and the direction of my life, well, then I would. But I don't foresee it happening. No.
Right.
No.
If you're an 18-year-old kid going
No.
to college, would you get a vasectomy?
Hell no.
Yeah.
No. And honestly, bro, I don't think I would, because I feel like personally, dude, like, yo, those little tubes, they're carrying some mojo in them, dog. You know, you're gonna
Yeah.
cut a little bit of my cut a little bit about me.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of my essence is
Yeah.
tied to that.
There's
you know?
rocket fuel in there.
There's something popping off
There's
in there,
strong
bro.
little future babies in there. We're
Right.
talking about population decline and people
Right.
in all the future. No, we need little
Man.
baby wands out there.
Messing with my biology and my anatomy, dog. Like I'm trying to be
Altering
the
your
fullest
DNA.
version of me, dog. Leave my DNA alone. You know what I mean? I'm trying to beat on my chest like I'm Big Joe, the giant jungle man, whoever the heck.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. The DNA tests shows that Juan, you are the father.
Yes.
Jerry, 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 Corey, Juan, Josh, yeah.
Awkward ending. Okay.
Jerry Springer died today.
Dude.
Was it today?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was today.
79 years old, man. Jerry.
Man, dude.
What a great show.
A staple.
Staple.
That boy rocked those freaking blazers with the shoulder pads in like 80s and 90s. You know, had a wicked mullet popping off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man.
I just remember watching Jerry Springer before, you know, like cable, before cable really happened.
Yeah.
It was just on like, you know, like
On the
like
TV,
bunny or
right.
antenna
Channel
TVs.
36 or something.
Yeah, like Fox, just
Yeah.
mornings. I remember school, like being home from school in
Yeah.
the summer, and I could
Channel
actually watch
36A.
TV, just watching people fight over
Yeah.
the craziest stuff before I even knew
Cameraman
what they were.
following
Like
him around.
DNA test. The guy's the dad, and he thinks he's not the dad, and he's actually
Yeah.
the dad. But then this guy comes in and he says he's
Right.
really the dad, but he's
They
really
brought-
the brother.
They brought Johnny
The
out,
brother is the dad.
but the brother's a woman?
Yeah, and then
What?
the fight. Yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Wild.
Yeah, dude.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude, he
Or
turned
Springer. I said Jerry
Seinfeld.
Is he next?
Yeah, that was way off. Way off.
He turned out the talk shows, bro. He really made talk shows really slap. I mean, we had some good ones, but Jerry really like he made trash TV a thing.
Yeah, I think if you ask anybody right now, at least our age or like, you know, 20 years older,
Mm-hmm.
who was the craziest talk show host on like cable or regular television, it would be
Jerry.
Oh, for
Jerry
sure.
Springer.
It definitely wasn't Sally Jesse Raphael.
Who I don't even know who
I don't
that
even
is.
know who that is.
So you're
You
right.
guys know.
Rest in peace,
Rip.
Jerry.
Rip, Jerry.
Chat GPT.
Come on, dude.
What do you know about it?
I'm with it.
What do you know about AI?
Well,
And I ain't talking about Allen Iverson, okay? I'm talking about artificial intelli.
yo, actually, AI is my second cousin. But AI, man,
You guys look alike.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Man,
for sure.
I don't know. It's been helpful for me in my life. Obviously, I have concerns, but I can't control the concerns, so I'm using what it is for
Mhm.
what I can.
Mhm.
You know how? I mean, why would I not do it? I mean, people are like, it's going to capture your data, your information, get your passwords, all these things. Look, my phone's right here and it's listening. You know what I mean? Whether I whether I gave it permission to or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
What am I going to boycott what's already around me? Like if I get rid of my phone, you still have yours and it's listening to me. Like who
Right.
cares? Like
Right, right.
Might as
I'm
well
gonna use it-
to your
right.
benefit.
I'll use it as a tool, you know, collect all the information you want. I'm a good dude. I do good things. I try to be a good man and be productive. Like
Right,
what are you
right.
going to use against me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Probably let you vape. That's probably. I mean, that's probably what they'd use against you.
Yeah, I quit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Forgot. That's great.
Are we 20 minutes in?
Yeah. 20 minutes.
Winning.
You guys had to talk about it because right now I want to step off screen and run towards the nearest person with a vape. Bad.
We're not going to do that.
I love the chat GBT though. Honestly, like it helps, man. It's helping
It
my
does.
life.
It does. It
Mhm.
does. It does. There's part of me that's like, it's just too good to be true.
Yeah.
How can this thing that gives you information, any information, like obviously Google is free and you got to search it a little bit more, but you type these things in, and for those that haven't used it, like you type in any question, you can ask it to do anything for you, and it spits out an answer within like 3 seconds. I mean, like anything.
It's crazy.
I tested
It's
it
an
out.
app.
It's an app, but it's also a web browser thing.
I'm going to get you hip.
The other day, Juan told me about, I think Juan, you told me about it.
I did.
And I went and I looked at, actually I heard about it from somebody else, but then Juan was like really messing with it. And he's like, you gotta try this. So I tried it and I went on there and I was like, write me a 300-word email to all staff saying that I'm so grateful for them, but we need to step it up for the summer and blah, 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 blah. Like give it detail, give it as many details as you want. Just to test it, you know. Well, it wasn't anything that I actually sent to anybody.
And it did it.
Oh my god, the most eloquently worded
Really?
email I've ever heard in my life. It was perfect.
It's crazy.
It was
I'm going to
perfect.
get you hip.
It was insane. It was like scary good.
Yeah.
So then I started like doing other things with it. Like I was just testing it out. Like, I mean, you can ask it whatever you want to. You can say, write it in first person, give me information, send an email, write me an essay paper.
Things.
Anything that you want.
Yep. Be like, hey, I want a slogan for one-on-one with Juan. Give me 20 options with slogans for this that rhyme. Give me 20 schemes. Give me a report on this. Give me a business plan, a financial plan. Give me an investment plan.
Yeah.
Give me a policy. Give me what do you want?
Yeah. I went on there and I said, give me the strengths and weaknesses of Team Recovery in Toledo, Ohio. I hit send. And they said, I need more information about which Team Recovery you're talking about. So I pasted the link to our website. 3 seconds later, I got literally a 1-page paper about the strengths and weaknesses of our company.
Was it like correct
It
too?
was insane.
It was right?
100%.
What?
100%. Unbelievably accurate. I mean, it pulled stuff and like pieced it together in seconds.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary how that works.
Yeah. I'm here for whatever life's bringing, dude.
Well, that's a good segue into the next item because the social security system is supposed to collapse by 2037. Actually.
Man.
They're talking about how it's just going to completely collapse, and we're paying into a system that we're not going to be even able to benefit from. By 2037. And I just want everybody to know out there that if you save $1 a day, put it into a savings account, that after 1 year, that's $3.65 million that you'll have in your savings account.
It's great financial advice.
Give me run that back. Excuse me?
$1 a day, dude.
For how long?
For a year.
For a year.
Yeah. 3.65 mil.
You wild, bro. You're bugging.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Look it up. Ask ChatGPT.
Are you like being serious? or are you being sarcastic as fuck right
Just
now?
being
You got me like
sarcastic.
saying, what the hell
That
you
was
got
just
going
supposed to be a thing. Josh will do something fun. Yeah.
Man, I thought I was gonna get to call you stupid.
I want to talk about Courtney a little bit.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk about Courtney Trenchik a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Thank you for coming. Seriously.
Thanks for having me.
So, where are you from? Tell us about yourself.
You're actually Rossford, Ohio.
Okay.
Grew up, born and raised.
I got a DUI in Rossford the day that I got my driver's license.
Did you?
The very first
I
day.
overdosed in Rossford and was publicly blasted all over the news. So.
All right, you win. You win.
Take it.
That trumps my boring DUI.
Yeah, man.
That's not good.
No, it wasn't.
So you're in recovery.
Yes,
You're sober. You're alive.
Yeah, 6 years in July.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. How'd you do it?
One day at a time, man. Literally.
Yeah.
You know, ended up in prison. Lost custody of my kids at one point. Yeah. I've been through it, you know, but I'm still here, still standing.
So how did you get sober? Did you get sober in prison, or did you have to go to treatment, or did you quit at home on your couch?
No, I had to go to. Damn, this was so long ago. Okay, hold on. I had to go to this program, right? I was pregnant. I think it was called the Chrysalis program.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I went to the Naomi house.
Okay.
This was years ago. Anyways, when I ended up getting hemmed up with the system, I had to go to this program called the Chrysalis program, and I was there for 4 months, I think. And then from there, went to prison. I think I came out after I had my daughter and I relapsed. And I chose to go to prison. I chose to go to prison. I violated probation and
went in front of the judge and said, "Send me."
Dude, yeah. I was like, dude, I'm not fucking doing this. Like, okay, I get the point. I'm gonna just take this shit head on, you know, handle my business, come home and then
Judge said okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I thought I only had to do 3 months because I had done like, it was either 4 to 7 months in that program, and I was on ankle monitor, right? So I was like, cool, I'll just go do 3 months and then come home and it'll be straight, you know?
I'm gonna get you together real quick with something.
Oh shit.
There you go.
We're good?
Now we look
We're
good.
fine?
So yeah.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, okay, so
Sorry.
I told the judge I just go because I thought I only had to do 3 months. No, I went there, I had to do 7 in prison, so I was like, fuck. You know?
7 months. in prison.
Fuck, yeah.
That's double the time, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not what we were supposed
That's
to
not
do
what
here.
I thought I had going on, you know. But I did go there, and it was really a life-changing experience.
Mhm.
You know, I was like, this is not. I was raised better than this. This is not the life that I want. Like I have so much more to offer than this.
Mhm.
You know, and yeah, I came home. I think it was February 18th of 6-7 years ago now. So what's that? Anyways, it's
Yeah.
18.
It's
I
my
think.
sobriety
Yeah.
date.
Was it really?
The 18th of February is
What
my
a small
sobriety
world. That's crazy.
Wow.
date. Yeah.
What are the odds of that? That's weird.
Yeah.
Or is it?
No,
Right.
it's definitely not odd. And it for sure is God.
It ain't odd.
sure.
It's God.
Right. But yeah, came home, fucking was in an abusive relationship.
How
Yeah.
long were you already in the
Yeah,
relationship?
yeah,
Going
was
in?
dealing with it. Yeah,
Okay.
off and on. And in all honesty, the abusive relationship, I stayed sober the entire time after I got home from prison. So I've been, well, since before I went in. So July 11th, that's my sorority date. Anyways, when I came home, the abusive relationship and the mental and physical abuse fucked me up. Excuse my language, more than
It's okay.
my drug addiction ever did.
And that was after you got
That
back.
was after. This man tried to destroy me, like in
Okay, so
Man.
let's talk about this a little bit, because I know that this is a lot about what you do. I mean,
Yes.
your page of Narc Recovery Team, and that's on TikTok, right?
correct.
And it's really all about that, right? Like,
Narcissistic abuse.
narcissistic
And
abuse,
yes.
domestic violence.
Yes,
and,
it's such a minimized thing in today's society, you know?
well, I absolutely, and I think it's just tough to talk about. I think
Oh,
people
fucking
are
very
either
uncomfortable.
afraid to talk about it, or when you're in it. And I've never been part of it, but I would imagine. Actually, we were just talking about this in school the other day about how like adults will talk about it because they can get out of that relationship, but then like kids that are under 18, like they don't want to tell their parents because then because the parents have a lot of control over them, right? Like
Right.
They still live in their house. They can say your boyfriend can't come over anymore, whatever. But how? Tell us about that and how that did it start? Were you dating this person prior?
Yeah, prior to me going to prison.
Okay.
And I started off with the love bombing phase, which is in narcissistic abuse. That's where they like, they're Prince Charming. They do that. Like they buy you gifts. They put you on a pedestal.
Everything's great.
Essentially, everything's fucking
Normal
beautiful.
things. That's normal though, right?
Right.
It should
That
be,
would be
right?
normal, and you
It
know
should
what I
be,
mean, in a
right.
healthy relationship. But no, and then from there, starts the devaluing stage of like slowly pointing things out about you and who you are as an individual, and the lying and the cheating and the
He did this to you. He's pointing things out about you.
Yeah.
correct
Okay.
Devaluing who you are.
as a person.
Yeah.
Right. And then from there goes the cheating and stuff, and then the domestic violence, or if you call a narcissist out on their acts, right, they will reply with rage. With rage, okay.
Mhm.
So that comes into play. It's just a whole mess, you know. And then the discarding stage, which is where they leave you, pretend you don't exist. So everything you just built with this individual is literally stripped from you,
Yeah.
and you are treated like you are completely nothing. Like what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's essentially where the trauma bond is formed, which I wrote it on there. But the trauma bond was the hardest thing for me to overcome, because that's an addiction. And no one could give me the answer in reference to how do you break free from this. Like, I know this individual is toxic for me. I know I don't want to be here. I know I don't care about this person anymore, but I can't leave this person alone,
Right.
because your body will go into physical withdrawal. Like, it was fucking insane, dude, to the point that I went to the domestic violence shelter and I asked the woman in there, because they had a support group, right? And I was like, how do I fix the trauma bond? Because that's the only thing, you know, it's literally like an addiction, but you're not putting a substance
Yeah.
in your body. You know what I'm saying? And no one could give me the answer. Nobody could give me the answer.
So what is the answer?
Yeah.
12 steps.
Really?
Yes, swear
That's
to
what
God.
worked for you.
I swear, yeah.
Makes
Yes.
sense. You applied the step work to a problem that was in your life.
Yes. And it worked.
I'm powerless.
That's
Right.
step one. Fuck yeah. And that was so hard to accept, because it's like, it's not, like I stated, you're not putting a substance into your body.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, it's all mental,
Right.
you know? So how do you, and the trick for me was realizing that this was even going on, because how do you see, you can't see it. You can't physically see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it
Right.
really difficult. But that is a huge issue. And that's what mostly what my social media platform refers to about, especially lately. I've been diving deep into that, is the trauma bond, because that's what keeps people going back to their abuser, which can then lead to death or lead to relapse, because you're just trying to feel good about yourself, because they completely strip you of your self-worth and your identity, you know? And it's just a whole...
So do you think that it made it harder for you to break free? Because you said this happened after you came home from prison, right? Or after you got out?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that there was an element of you almost like a reliance, like getting out and wanting love and wanting attention?
Codependency, that too, and proving myself, like, because I wasn't perfect in the relationship, but like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was me proving my worth to this person, because to me, my worth depended on his approval.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. So when that person doesn't want you, or that person walks all over you like a doormat, and it does not stop.
Yeah.
Like, does not, there's no chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ruthless. They'll take and take and take. That does something to you, man. That really does something to you, you know?
Yeah.
So hindsight, looking at, you know, the relationship during prison, were you guys communicating while you were in prison, when you were locked up?
Yeah, somewhat, you know. I didn't have not one visitor when I was in prison. Not one person came to see me.
Same. I don't think I ever had anybody come to visit me either. But when you got out, looking back at this, when did the red flags start to happen? Because you talked about those phases, right? Or stages.
It was in the beginning. It was like before I even went to prison, but I wasn't aware. And this is another thing. This is also what started me on my platform, was raising awareness that people like this exist. Essentially, they're predators,
right,
that take advantage of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know these types of people exist, you become prey.
Right.
You know, that's just what it is.
But when can you identify? That's what I'm trying to get to, is for anybody that's out there listening, like you talked about, was it stage?
First date. Love bombing.
But was it
the love bombing stage.
But love bombing, like somebody can love bomb and not be a narcissistic abuser, right?
That's what I was thinking.
So like, and then you said stage 2 or phase 2?
Where they start to devalue you.
Devaluing? Is that when, like, that's when...
No, now that I look back on it, the red flags were in the beginning.
Even in the love bombing phase.
Oh, for sure. Talking about their prior partners and saying that they're crazy, and you know
so
what I'm saying?
You can notice it now, but in the moment you didn't recognize
because I didn't aware that I wasn't aware that these types of people existed. Does that make sense?
It does.
You know?
It does. So what can somebody look out for? Someone's watching this and kind of like saying, "Oh my gosh, it kind of sounds like some stuff that I'm going through," or maybe they're going to go on a date tonight. Like what should people be really, really looking for?
Are they egotistical? Do they only talk about themselves? Do they have crazy exes? You know, which in some cases you might like actually have a crazy ex and not be the toxic one, but just take it slow, man. Take it slow. Establish a friendship before you invest into a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Like solid friends.
That's how I was thinking about it, right? And I'm like, because it's difficult. I personally, I think that we all have narcissistic tendencies.
Oh, for sure.
We're all neurotic. We all struggle with neurosis. And trying to like look at the things like you said, because like I'm not sure, like love bombing, I can definitely see where the ploy happens, where the ploy happens, why it happens, but at where like devaluing, because of course I want to treat somebody and I want to be treated with love. I want to be bombed with love.
Right.
I want those things. That's something I want, and I want to offer as well, but in congruence with something where somebody's devaluing or also being manipulative and lying, fabricating their past to, like at the end of the day, if I'm like having a conversation, I'm like, yo, I actually sucked at this previously and I'm trying to work on it, like, in relationship, instead of being like, yo, she was nuts and I was the shit.
Right. Authenticity and vulnerability.
Right. Authenticity, vulnerability, those things, because I think it can be very misleading too,
There's also a difference though between like you stated, everyone in the world has narcissistic qualities and characteristics. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Now there's a difference between someone with narcissistic personality disorder where they are not self-aware.
That's right.
And they move with malicious intent.
Empathy is a key factor that they lack, right?
Yes, but at the same time, they can mirror.
Empathy.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
But it's
yep.
not authentic. So
Right.
it's a twisted game, dude. It's
For
like,
sure.
and it's a game to them. That's the thing. So everyone in the world has those qualities and characteristics. It's about being self-aware with that and actually crossing paths with someone who has NPD, which is narcissistic personality
Yeah.
disorder. There's a, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
a difference. And that's
yeah.
really something that's
Absolutely.
misunderstood in today's
Mhm.
society. Because like I said, everyone has
right.
qualities and character. Like, we're not fucking perfect.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
I think
we're not-
that like the quality, the dominating attribute that comes from narcissism is me, right? It's self, right? Everything's self, and
Ego.
what, right? Ego and self, but ego is self, right?
in a sense.
In a sense, you know, and as a result too, what I've noticed for myself is in different times trying to relate to this is, you know, as a result of feeling that abuse, it will cause somebody to look at self, you know, which will like naturally cause neurotic tendencies just in a different way. You know, like I can't get out of myself by staring at myself where I'm afraid, you know, I'm going to stay afraid, right? I'm a victim to narcissism and abuse. And now I'm watching me and I'm protective over me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And in the long term, what I'm really trying to achieve is trust in myself,
Right.
you know? And I think that
As far as
that's
the healing process
right.
goes. For
And in
sure.
order for me to trust, I have to expose myself, you know, and exposure will allow me to desensitize, which I think is really tough because when I look at like the trending topics or trending like platforms and different things, narcissistic, like lashing out towards narcissism, I feel like is devaluing what we have to do in order to get over the abuse, which is right.
And that's what I solely focus on is I don't more so go into exactly what narcissistic abuse is because there's so much information out there.
Yeah,
like you
there's
see,
so
I'm
much.
scatterbrain talking about it because what I focus on is my healing from it.
There it is.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's how do I heal from this? How do I reconstruct myself from this? How do I move forward?
Identify,
You know what I mean?
relate.
How do I become self-aware? What triggers me? How can I create a safe space within myself
For sure.
to be vulnerable to other people?
And those are things
know.
that the world should do.
Oh, for sure. Everybody in the world. It's beneficial, you know?
I think
You know what
your shirt.
I mean?
I think your shirt says it all.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What is it?
Self-love,
Self-love.
always
That's
comes
the
first.
key. That's the key, man. You have to put yourself first in life. And that's where I feel so many people, including those in recovery, lack is putting themselves first, you know, because we become people
100%.
pleasers. You know, I want to be accepted. I want to be loved. I want to be, and this is due to societal programming as well.
Yeah.
The mentality of I have to act this way, speak this way, breathe this way in order to be accepted.
Vape this way.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, so blow smoke circles. You know what I'm saying?
Self-love. Self-love.
Right? Yeah.
No, I think I really like what you said about slowing down and just developing a friendship first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so many of those things that we talked about. I mean, even the reproductive rights. I mean, like, so much can be solved.
Just slow down.
So many issues in our world today can be solved if we just slow down and develop good, healthy relationships.
And had kept an open mind, you know, because a lot of people get so caught up in tunnel visioned in their beliefs, like this is it, and there's no other thing that could be right.
My way or no way.
Right.
And if you're wrong, you're the
that's
enemy.
completely unhealthy as hell.
So unhealthy. Yeah, you're going to be an angry person if that's the way that you view life.
For sure.
Life's going to be kind of tough. So we talked about how to like warning signs to look out for, but then talked about the healing and how you do that or how other people can do that. And you mentioned that the 12 steps are something that you use. How does like trauma that has happened in your relationship correlate to addiction in general? Talk about that a little bit.
It can cause you to relapse. You know what I mean? Like you completely lose your identity. And the thing about dealing with someone with narcissistic personality disorder, they begin to gaslight you, which gaslighting is, here's reality. This is what's currently happening, really happening. And here's what they want you to believe is happening, right? So you'll know abuse is taking place.
Yeah.
And then they force you to believe that that's not what it is. You're crazy. This is, you get what I'm saying? So it's pulling you in your reality in two different directions, which creates a fog in here. Like it is the most, I wish that on no one. You know, I'll take physical abuse all day. Don't gaslight me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how severe it was.
Wow.
Which can resort to people relapsing to escape that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally escape that. Like I don't want to feel this way. It's causing me to, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One of the most common things for people, you know, run into is relationships not working out or relationships taking one or both of the people out, you know? not focusing on self-love
Absolutely.
first.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah,
Or understanding what love is.
exactly.
That too.
Like
How do we
Or
define that?
codependency too
Yeah.
with that. Like
Love is
my
I
work-
feel good.
right.
No,
Right. No idea.
No.
No
Right.
idea. And it takes time, man. It
Yeah.
really does take time to
It-
learn that.
Mhm.
How long have you been out? Would you say, obviously, we know your recovery date from substances.
3
What is-
years from my
3
abuser.
3 years
3
from
years,
the abusive relationship. Is it
Yes.
something that gets easier with time? Is it something that you think you'll deal with for the rest of your life?
Yeah, it does get easier because you become more resilient to it.
Mm.
That's the only way.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you will go. At least for me, I went until I had nothing
Yeah.
left of myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So I know that I can't go back there. It's literally like an addiction. Like
Right.
if you pick up one more time, I'm not
Yeah.
coming back home.
Right.
I'm not. So if I get back with this man one more time, first of all, you realize that you don't even love you'll realize that you never even loved this person because that person that you fell in love with never existed to begin with. Right?
Sure, sure.
So where were we at? I just lost my place.
You were talking about how it's made you a stronger person.
Okay. Where am I? The squirrel moment. Right. But yeah, it's that I became resilient.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, resiliency and regaining control of the mind. My mentality, my mental state is on point.
Mhm.
You know.
Are you to a point where you're comfortable getting into a relationship again?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now,
You're a
you
healthy
know,
relationship.
I'm coming there.
And you know what that looks like. I almost feel like it's like sometimes we can't really appreciate how good things really can be unless
Mhm.
we see how bad things
Oh,
can,
for
can
sure.
really be.
Like
So
my
that-
perspective
so now
in
that you-
reference to men now,
Yeah.
and like a good man,
Yeah.
the value that I hold in that,
Sure,
it's
right.
like
not that we want this to happen for people to like
No.
have a
Right.
good relationship, but
No.
like I'm sure for you
oh,
personally,
for sure.
now that you hopefully have a good relationship, you're like man, you just appreciate it.
Oh, for
more,
sure.
right?
You know, just and it's not even just necessarily men, but it's good people in general.
People in general.
You know, like
Yeah.
I value people. I value things that a lot of people don't, that a
Yeah.
lot of people overlook.
Yeah,
You know,
and
because of what I've been through.
I think there's a analogy there just in addiction and a lot of things in life, right? Like we go through hell and we experience how tough life can really be and seeing the dark side of addiction, of any addiction. And then really coming out of it and having a deeper meaning and deeper
Deeper
appreciation and
understanding
understanding
too.
of life
For
in
sure.
general.
Yeah.
How much does social media help you like in doing this, knowing that someone might be out there, you know, receiving your messages and like healing or finding their
Dude,
own?
it's great. Like it gives me, it's my purpose now. So
Mm.
I've been in hermit mode. Like me and Juan were talking about this earlier. I've been in hermit mode where I've been solely focusing on my healing journey and like overcoming and dissecting
Yeah, yeah.
everything that I just went through. So now I'm like coming into this leadership role
Mm.
where now I can be of service. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing.
Like, yeah, it's fucking great.
Is that your
dude.
goal?
Oh,
Social
for
media,
sure.
like keep going with that.
Yeah, and become
Yeah.
more involved with the community as well.
That's
you know?
so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
dude,
love
it's
that.
life purpose, man.
All right.
You know,
It's kind of like, damn,
Useful.
kind of understand.
Came full
Didn't
circle.
understand why
You know?
in the moment, but
Yeah.
now maybe it was meant to be. It
Circle, for
was meant to
sure.
me, and I can Braveheart this.
Yeah.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
William
Come on.
Wallace and through this shit.
Freedom.
Literally, no, for
Yeah.
real. Like you think I'm playing warrior spirit to the
Yeah.
core.
I'm with it.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Like, for
I'm
real.
not. I don't think
You
you're
know.
playing.
No, that's
Yeah.
serious.
If there's one message that you got out there for somebody that's either getting into a relationship or maybe seeing some of these signs or currently in one of these relationships, what would it be?
Leave.
Hmm.
If
Leave.
you're currently in, plan your escape and leave because they don't change, and you can waste your entire life
Mhm.
with the wrong person and be suffering.
How
For
does
no
somebody do that? How does somebody leave? Are there resources out there?
There are some resources out there. I know for me, I fled to Tennessee.
You just
I
literally got
left
up
everything.
and left the state.
Yeah. So you can either flee like I did, you know, but if you don't have to, you can plan behind the scenes, like stop reacting to what your abuser does because that's what they do. They will pick to get a reaction out of
Sure.
it. It's called reactive abuse. Stop reacting. Just, you have to emotionally detach yourself and start planning your escape. You know, start saving money, speaking to relatives, make a plan. Literally make a plan to keep yourself safe
Mhm.
at all costs. And if you're just starting a relationship, fucking slow down.
Slow down. Just
Slow down. Stop being in a rush.
That's always good advice.
Stop. Yeah, fuck yeah.
I
It's
think
the
a
best
good thing
advice.
too would be to reach out to you, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Or reach out to me for sure.
Yeah.
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 Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Reach
yeah.
out to Courtney.
Okay.
You're on Facebook. Are you on
Yeah.
Instagram?
Nah, not really.
Facebook
not
and
really.
TikTok?
Mhm.
Facebook and TikTok. We're definitely going to put her handles in the description on all these social platforms. Reach out to her, follow her. Please do
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
Mhm.
Got a lot of really, really good information on there.
Man.
Thank you. Courtney, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having
It was
me.
really, really good. Thank you. Late notice and everything, but we appreciate it.
So brave, man.
Seriously.
For sure.
Not just for recovering, but recovering from many things and then coming on here and then being able to tell your story too. That's not easy to do.
No.
Oh, right. For sure. For
Thank you.
sure. Give me a little social anxiety.
Go ahead and
yeah.
take that. You take it.
You did very well.
Man,
Yeah, got a little trouble receiving compliments sometimes,
I get it.
You
That's
did
okay.
you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You did a fantastic job. For those that watched, thank you for watching today. We appreciate you guys. If you're not already liking and subscribing, whatever channel that we have, whatever platform that you're watching this on, please make sure that you do that right now. Like and subscribe. Share this with somebody. Send it to somebody. This is information that needs to get out here. This is literally why we're doing this, is that so people can find information. Make sure that you follow Courtney as well. She has a ton of really good information. We like to connect people to other people. That's what we're doing. If you have questions, if you need help with anything, we have a hotline, 419-561-LIFE. Make sure you call us anytime. If we don't have the answer, we will do our absolute best to find somebody that does. We do appreciate you guys for watching us. This was a very, 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 very good episode. But before we go, I would like to turn it over to Juan to make sure that he gives our sponsor, Ojumpic, remember that's the Kroger brand of Ozempic, a shout out for sponsoring this episode. So thank you guys so much at the world headquarters of Ojumpic.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm so thrilled. Thank you, Courtney, for everything, man. But first and foremost, I want to jump right in with you guys. This is an exciting opportunity. This is a beautiful relationship that we formed with Ojumpics. Ojumpics is currently collaborating with Michael Jordan and the Jumpman brand. So what the goal is here is to strip the fat, take it off your back, and put it on a plaque and make you jump higher. MJ, he's a promoter of good things, and good things come promoted when you do good things and you jump high. And I'm going to tell you one thing how to get this thing here. And the thing about getting the thing is to do the thing when you get the fat off your back and put it on a plaque. If you want to get in touch, strip the fat, take it, put it on another person's back and watch them get Ojumpics, you'll get 2 discounts for them subscribing 3 times. And when they subscribe 3 times, you're going to find out something special about your plan. You get Ojumpics free for 7 days for the first 7 days, but then 2 weeks and 365 days after that. Put the math together, and that's like 398 days. It's a good deal. So I highly suggest that you do this. The first thing I want to mention also about the first thing that I already mentioned about Ojumpics is this, that Ojumpics was founded by this good man named Harold Degenborth. Harold Degenborth comes from a place in Austria that is not actually in Austria. It's in Australia. And that's the first thing you want to know, that this is a magical ride you're going to go on. You're going to strip the fat off your back, and you're going to put it on a plaque. Call us really, really quick on our line. We'll give you the promo code. The number is do123455572 crazy 2. And the website is going to be, I'll come and get it when it's not on my belly. And if it's not on my belly, I'm going to be skinny. And .com. And after you get done with that, you're going to want to hit us up on our special text line, 4343-ABAB. Hit yes, hit no, and then we'll send you back a good free offer sample. You'll get it in a milkshake from McDonald's. And
If the machine's working.
I appreciate you guys tuning in. Jump man, get off my back, get some foot work jumping. Have a good day, everybody. Peace and love.
Killed it.